Welcome back to another fine day in the sept of the Bread Branch, where Mavelous, the mighty Maeve, shall wake in her room, her dorm room, the one all up in the castle, like everyone else has. Well, most people have, all the ones staying on sept, anyways. But yes, it is another fine morning. And as such, even though it is probably unholy early, not quite like the full unholy, but normal unholy early. She's not a cub anymore. She roll out of bed, kind of like rub her face to wake up, give herself the cheek pats, and probably bumble up to Zombie Inn and find tea or coffee or whatever anyone might have set out or made, or at least the kettle. That's a start. Go for the kettle. Bleh. Bumble out of her room in the nightgown, just hair akimbo. When Carol's probably
Yep.
already back from morning training.
Yep. You'll find Carol in the kitchen. That was really creepy. That was really creepy. Oh my
That
god.
was unnecessarily creepy, young man. Jesus.
Oh yeah, she's already there. Sitting.
And on the hilarious side, it's not the "oh you're awake," it's the "oh you're already back."
Mm-hmm. You slept in.
Did I? Like, there's the looking around like, can I trust the oven clock? Like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, I was training.
Productive. Her knuckles
That's
are bloody.
good. Yeah, there's a glance just to see. It's like, okay, normal bloody knuckles.
Oh, they're not. That's not her blood.
Yep. You know what? Let me make sure I have. Do. Yeah, there's. Oh, hey, look, bloody knuckles. It's like, with Dean or with her again?
With who?
Uh, Damien?
Oh, yes. We weren't fighting Tarv today. You're hunting Bilberry. I'm very good at hunting Bilberry.
Oh, just kind of the oh. I get the
Bilberry's like,
impression
nah!
you.
Camera
I can only. I can only fucking imagine. She's like, I get the impression you caught him more than once.
I caught him 5 times out of the 6.
Just the glance of like, Jesus fucking Christ. You are now a feature in that poor thing's nightmares. Just fuck. Jesus.
Imagine Bilberry like, please!
She's now the thing that walks behind when you're like frantically running, but you never get any further away. Like,
Yep.
just. Oh. Wow.
I'm not afraid of a horned menace.
Oh, no, of course not. Just, I imagine you have to be very fast to catch him.
It's not about speed.
Yeah, there's an inquisitive glance as she starts making herself tea, just because she needs life in her body.
Bilberry uses speed to get away a certain distance. Then he cannot help himself but come back.
It's a
Like
trick
sin.
then.
Like sin, he has to crawl back towards it. Temptation. So I climb up a tree and I wait. And once I see the hedge moving and I see the horns, that's when I dive out of the tree.
That worked 5 times?
The other 3 times I chose a different spot. A bush. A riverbed. Like the underlying part of it. Where the muck is.
Oh.
You can see she got muck on her knees. She probably
Yeah.
just kneeled down and just waited. Patient.
Probably tucked up under the bridge at least
Yep.
once. Yep.
And just, you can imagine poor fucking Bill Murray. Just, oh my God! He just went running for his life.
Look, he's a hard bastard to catch. She gets kudos for that. She's seen Bill Berry run. She's never tried to catch him, but she's seen how fast he can fuck off.
The third time, he stopped falling over to make things easier for me. When he realized I wasn't letting him, I was hitting him harder for falling over and making things easier on me.
Whew. Well, she finally just kind of shakes the head. Which time didn't you catch him?
Damien got in the way. He managed to make us stumble over each other.
No.
It is alright. I put Damien in line for that.
Yeah, there's just the kind of glance.
We have to be functional as a combat unit. He did not mind. In fact, he owned up to the mistake. He gives a shrug. It was kind of like we talked about it. I probably smacked him, and he was like, yeah, and you know what? I probably deserve that.
Give him a thwack. Yeah, it's just them. Oh.
She doesn't sound vindictive about it. She's very matter of fact. It was like, nah, we fucked up and smacked him one, and he was pretty cool with it. He's a good character trait of accepting responsibility.
He does seem pretty eager to do it.
That's a good mark of a theurge. That's what the dead mother says.
It is. It's like
She just
not
gives a
like,
nod.
you right.
I mean, yeah, she just gives a nod, like, all right, the other theurge is cooperating. Okay, dead mother is correct. Just nod.
Oh yeah, Maeve will totally back up that line from the dead mother because Jesus Christ, personal responsibility.
Yeah, it's huge for a theurge. Huge.
Yeah. Considering the things that you can make happen, yeah, you've got to be able to accept responsibility for it. Yeah, she'll nod to that.
Yep.
So what's planned for the rest of your day?
Read. I'll eventually have lessons with the den mother. We'll listen to tales. Dig another den. Listen to more tales.
Not a bad end to a day.
Nod. I suppose not.
Well,
Can I ask you a question?
oh, of course.
Your alpha keeps telling me all about defending. He teaches me, but he keeps mentioning defending. I was wondering, would you be able to answer me a question?
I could try.
What good is defending if you never attack?
It's a faint smile. I don't think Sean means to say that you never attack. But the way that Sean considers his defense is making sure that he is the thing that is striking in between those that can't make those same strong strikes and whatever he's attacking. He never forgets the people that are standing behind him. It gives him more motivation to throw himself forward.
May I be blunt?
Of course.
She asked him earnestly, That didn't stop them from raiding the village. Putting yourself there so the other people can do that didn't stop them. In fact, it gave them weaponry.
I've met a number of different Aruns with a number of different mentalities on how and why they do what they do. Sean puts himself between the enemy and the people he's supposed to defend. That's what's in his mind when he's doing his duty. It may not be the same for
But
you.
I am protecting the people. She kind of gives that like a rude stare, like, wait a minute. I am protecting them by not releasing my boot from the worm's throat.
You are.
But everyone make it sound like I'm not.
You keep a different thing in the front of your mind. You're still protecting people by being on the front line.
But they make it sound like as if I don't care.
It's a thoughtful kind of expression.
I care. But I will not sacrifice my good arm. So I will lose it. And that way I will not be able to strike the enemy again. And the person behind me who is wounded is clearly not able to strike the enemy themselves. So losing my arm to save them is useless. Instead, I cut the arm off of the wormish creature trying to kill them. And then I kill the next one, and the next one, till they flee. Attack. Or I go and I hunt the worm down, and I burn them out of their hovel, so they never even get to the situation that presents itself. Is that not defending people, Maeve? And she's not saying with this like sassiness. It's like a genuine question.
Sorry, I had some shenanigans afoot. Give me the question again.
Okay, so basically what she's saying is, sacrifice yourself. If I lose an arm while defending somebody, I can't use that arm now to attack, and the person who I'm defending is too wounded. But if I kill them, and I keep fighting, or I raid the worm and burn them out of their hovels, we never even get to that situation. Why not just attack? Instead of just constantly focusing on self-sacrifice, why not concentrate on not giving the opportunity for self-sacrifice to arise? Is that not defending somebody?
It is. And I don't think that it's the only lesson he means to teach. I think he doesn't read you very well and just wants to make sure that it's something that you have in mind. You don't constantly sacrifice. Not when you don't need to. But being willing to, when that moment comes where you can make a sacrifice to do what needs to be done, is important. But no, you're right. You do have to keep pressing to keep moments like that from coming on us.
I understand overwhelming offense. I understand the logic, but it feels like it's constantly focused on making sure that these people are alive. People will die in the war. I want to kill as many so not as many die.
It's not. I think it's a matter of mindset. You're not wrong. John isn't wrong. It's just two different ways of looking at it. John will still dive into the enemy. Sean still believes in an offense. But his mindset on the whole thing involves throwing himself in, knowing that what he is doing keeps others from dying. Knowing that what he is doing is protecting someone even distantly back home.
Again, she gets this confused look on her face, but that's what I'm doing.
It is.
Again, and everybody makes it sound like I'm not doing that.
You are. As I said, you're not wrong. What you're doing achieves the same end. It's not like you're forgetting. It's just not the pinpoint of your focus. You've got a pure focus on striking. There's nothing wrong with that.
Pinpoint of my focus.
She thinks about it and sits down with her tea and finally, gestures with a hand. When you're battling Tarv, you're thinking about where you're going to strike next. Yes? You're looking at him, you're focused on that in the moment.
Yes. But I also put Damien behind me. That way, when I strike, we strike together as two individuals, unified in a single purpose,
She
rather
nods.
than just me breaking my body and him not learning to work beside me. If I take damage, he will heal me. I trust this. But if he works together with me, we can bring him down. Attack with everything we have. He'll fall.
You certainly will.
Again, Carol, you notice quiet or anything, but you see it. She is all just, whew, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Drive.
and it's funny because Meave is not uncomfortable with it. She's just trying to figure out what words to use to make it make sense for Carol from her point of view. And she does again. It's one of those things where she nods, like you're right. That's exactly right. Everything you're doing is right.
Just the way they talk makes it seems like I'm wrong.
You're not wrong. No. It's just you're so resolved and clear in exactly what you want to do.
You have
And
to
you do. And you don't feel the need to make mention of the things that are a matter of course. And so maybe he doesn't understand that you already have learned that those things are a matter of course, and that's why he keeps harping on it.
but she kind of rubs the back of her. She doesn't look angry. If anything, again, she's asking questions. Probably a very good sign, you know.
Mm-hmm. No, and Maeve is making it as comfortable we're sitting here and we're bullshitting kind of thing as possible. This isn't I know so much more than you. It's just let's workshop this till it makes sense.
I have a purpose.
You do. And I think you know it a lot better than people give you credit for.
But I've not hidden anything. I told you all what I wanted.
Yeah.
She doesn't sound upset. It's just, again, she's so cold, man. But Maeve, I'll give you this for free. The deep anger that resonates in her constantly. Even mentioning the subject of what she wants, you can even feel it in her, like you can see it in her body. You know what I mean?
Fucking feel her bones vibrating from here when she says what I want. Oh!
Yeah. Again, the delivery is so cold and impactful. You would almost miss the rage behind it. You know what I mean?
And yeah, it's one of those things where she licks her lips thoughtfully. Because, I mean, Carol isn't wrong. She doesn't want to discourage her from being her. It's just, you have been. You've been very plain, very clear. You just have a kind of resolve that can make it very hard to read deeper than exactly what you say. So the things that you already know, things that you already understand, are part of that whole. When they go inside, it's easy to miss them. It's nothing you're doing wrong. You aren't learning wrong. You aren't training wrong. What you want and what you're doing and how you're doing it isn't wrong. I think it's just a flaw in the communication. And that is probably as much Sean as anything else.
A lot of people, apart from him, keep asking me about family, about things.
How does it go?
They're dead, man. What more is there?
She nods.
The people who are out there are alive. What point is remembering them when the injustice that has defiled them is still permanent and there? It's an insult. Like I said, Maeve, cold delivery, but Jesus, Carol, you know what I mean? Her body. It's her body.
Mhm.
That's what you start to realize. She conveys it through body language.
I guess that people don't know what to do but ask. But I can respect that.
Why would I disgrace their memory without doing what I needed to do?
I suppose not everyone looks at it the same way. But I think I understand. I hope I understand. The time to remember will come when everything is done. Yeah, there's a questioning glance, like, do I have it right? You know?
Yes. That'll be the time to say goodbye, and then I will press forward. There is always more worm to butcher.
There is.
Always more injustices to right for other families. In fact, there is an entire caravan park who needs justice setting right.
They do.
She just nods, like, you know, it's woo. Well, how does May feel about it? I'm curious.
Honestly, she could be freaked out, but this is the closest to getting a grasp on how Carol thinks and feels about things that she's ever gotten. So she's very interested and very inquisitive, and it's a very stern kind of mindset, but it makes sense. So she's, as much as she's learned to accept any other mindset that's not what she grew up knowing, which is a better part of the sept. This is one more that she's kind of taking in and rolling around and trying to understand. And there's little questions here and there, but she's just trying to understand because she doesn't know any of the travelers very well. And this it may just be a Carol thing, but it may be something that reflects on how they feel and believe. And belief is a huge part of her job. So she's just delicately feeling it out.
Some will say that peace will eventually come. There is no peace.
There has not been peace since time immemorial.
No, they do not mean that peace. They mean peace that they can lie to themselves about.
Well, she sits forward a little bit. What do you mean?
The peace of comfort that they forget what is out there waiting for them. What will come throughout their homes, not theirs, but their children's homes, their grandchildren, that will butcher and violate. They forget about it and settle down because they want other things. Instead of pressing down and keeping their claws right at its throat. So when the time comes that they have those desires for other things apart from the nation, it will not come for them. But people forget and get soft, get sentimental.
I should hope that no one would ever try to truly forget the threat. There are times that you need to remember to live in the midst of it, but you're not meant to forget.
People forget when they use means of comfort and love.
It's not forgetting.
It's forgetting.
I would never ask you to forget.
Nobody asks you to forget, Maeve.
She thinks about it, kind of glances around, kind of settles the eyes on, the little cassette radio they've been using. Or DVD, CD radio, whatever, little boombox. It's like listening to music. You don't forget that everything's happening. You don't stop doing what you need to do, but if you can't remember the joys that are why you do it.
It's not about forgetting the joy. I listen to my music as my ritual before I go to fight Tarv. People forget that war is war.
War is war. But our lives do not stop while we are at war. And letting go of everything that gives you any kind of joy.
It's not about letting... She gives another confused look, and Denver said, "Let it go."
Well then, explain it to me.
People learn to latch onto it too quick. It's not about letting it go, it's about holding on to it to the point that you become foolish. Soft. It is not balanced.
What marks that point where it's gone from remembering how to live to forgetting how to fight?
To being afraid of dying.
Jesus
Christ,
sorry.
What?
I said, Jesus fucking Christ, Carol. Go ahead, sorry.
Morphiana will all die in a battlefield. and we will return home to the homeland. Only after we do our part. It is a great thing. We will mourn those who cannot be with them, but we will see them again. And we give hope to the thousands of others who will not have it. Why should we be afraid? It's the worm who should be afraid. We don't fear death. They do.
Just fuck.
Kind of stares at Maeve just to assess the assessment.
It's one of those things where Maeve is, she's processing it. Maeve isn't treating her like a baby. Maeve is listening and trying to essentially match the pieces up with how she understands it and reconcile the whole thing. I suppose it comes down to, again, just a difference of perspective. Yours is very clear. I don't know that I could say mine nearly so clearly, so simply, so clean cut. But it doesn't mean that I'll walk from a battlefield.
I never said you would.
No, of course not.
Your Galahad would, not you.
It was just a glance of like, oh.
I can see it in her eyes.
I hope she proves that wrong.
Petey.
Beanie!
I'm doing it, jeez. Mr. Butt. Gotta get the dice rolly thing. And I got, oh, wait, that one. And I gotta look at my dice. P and E. Oh! God, I'd kill for a specialty right now.
The disdain and unforgiving look that Carol gets with even the idea of Shayna is mentioned.
It is. Look, man, Maeve has a big heart, but she got burned nastily by the whole thing with Kara, and this is why she's not saying, "Oh, I'm sure it's not like that." She's just going, you know what? I hope you're wrong. I'm not going to say you're wrong, but I really hope she proves you wrong.
The pure, and I'll put this, the pure disdain, and it is so unforgiving. It's like when Maeve says, "I hope you're wrong," it's the idea of, well, that's your hope. You know what I mean? It's that type of, do you know what I mean?
Fucking scathing.
It's probably takes Maeve off guard how unforgiving it is.
Yeah.
I don't know if but it is literally just so unforgiving and cold.
Maeve is just over here trying to put two and two together on, like, what did she do, essentially?
You can ask.
Whew. Yeah, there's just a hot second of like, damn. Has she spoken out of turn to you?
No. She's barely spoken to me at all. I remember her, though,
What do you remember?
before I was taken. Everything was on fire. She went into a building and saved Tarv. But didn't continue looking for any of the rest of us. She ran away.
Are you that close?
I might have been. I could see her through the smoke.
Oh, God. It's not pity, but that intense sympathy. Just holy shit.
Then I felt a great rage build the more the smoke filled my lungs. And it was all red, and I saw the visions then. And I could hear the chanting. Again, you imagine whatever drugs they gave her, and then combined with what you clearly saw, she saw. Do you know what I mean? And
Oh, yeah.
her memory is probably still askew as fuck after that. So she only probably remembers pre-change and then
Pre-change and then waking up, which is honestly probably for the best. Let's hope that the rest of those memories just don't break through. Let's just
you kind of get the impression they probably don't because of just the nature of what exactly happened.
all things
There's only so much
considered.
the mind can take. Only so much the mind can take.
There's only so much the mind can take, and especially when you have the Morrigan perching there, keeping an eye, like, you got bigger shit to worry about.
Yeah, exactly.
She had a better focus.
Again, she wasn't missing for that long. You guys, like, about a day and a half later, got her back.
Not enough time to do much of anything, really, besides get her
Nope.
secured.
Yep.
Whew.
So, that is what I saw before the rage took over. But I could see her fearful look when she came through the smoke. And I thought that she would see us, me, this other woman who was gasping for air. But she did not. Instead, she panically yelled at the Metis to run. And they ran. The woman was ripped out of my hand by the creatures that came through that door that they ran out of. They tore her apart, and I suddenly felt the great rumbling rage. Why? That was my mother that they ripped apart. That woman. So, while your hope is something for you, and I will not demean you for not having it, Raya, it is a very good thing to have, particularly as you told me that you have the affinity of the moon, and the moon is the mother. It's very important for you to have hope. And the cold delivery, the cold tone, that is maybe a glimpse of Carol being earnest. It's important for you to have that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, look, she may be cold, but she does put emphasis. It's very slight, and it takes a minute to learn to catch. But no, the emphasis that she is being earnest is there.
But for me, saw what happens when you try and put yourself in front of people to save. I do not have hope for her.
You do not need to.
I do not want it.
It's just not. It's acceptance.
Again, Carol's never lashed. That's the scary thing about it. She's never once lashed out at Shayna. Not once. Hasn't even. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, she's meat mugged her a couple times, but it's even then it's pretty passive for Carol.
She just stares at her. You competing again? Actually, no. You got how much success did you get? You got like 6, didn't you?
Yes.
Yeah, you got 6. She's waiting to see does Shayna recognize her. It's the idea of look at me. Look at me. And then when she's realized that Shayna doesn't, there's no more rage anymore. There's just cold unforgiveness. How do you feel, Maeve? But
Man, that explains a lot.
very simple.
It's
It's
on
it's
the
kind
one
of
hand,
shocking. It's kind of been just shockingly there. Like that's the thing. That's the beauty of it. You know what I mean?
It's very simple, but at the same time, it's also very insightful because Carol is still a very young, very fresh Arun. And that whatever it is about the way she thinks that allows her to be in Shayna's company without having serious issues is wow. The fact
But-
that she was allowed to be fostered by the pack with Shayna in it and there hasn't been complications it says a lot about Carol.
But Maeve, may I say something that will be just between us? I do not want Sean to come down on me and slap me around for it.
Of course.
If I get the opportunity to face her one-on-one, I will not hold back. I will not kill her. I will not kill a guy in Guru. If I can avoid it. But I will not hold back.
Yeah, there's just a nod.
I want her. I will not attack her and besmirch my honor. If I face her, it will be a challenge, and my honor will be intact.
Well,
And that's when the coldness gives way to the shake of rage. Honor.
whew. All right. We're getting somewhere here. It's a scary place, but we're here now. Just whew.
It's very important to her that if she does face Shayna, it's a challenge.
That it is perfectly righteous and that she is fully within her rights to do it and that she is not succumbing to rage, but she is taking care of unfinished business, essentially. Yeah, that's
So she can unleash her wrath without anyone stopping her because it is righteous. It is a challenge.
no.
And you can roll an intelligence occult about that, Maeve.
Yes, learning. I'm a big baby now. Do. Two.
So, Bahab and Nemain and the Morgan are all about battle madness and venomous, deeds and you know what I mean?
Yeah, madness of yourself or causing madness or disarray in your enemies.
Masha personification of war. Inspires people for heroic and suicidal deeds, yes. But war. Straightforward battle.
Whew.
Dueling. It's war. Straightforward. It is cold fury. Now, from that perspective, Maeve, you can see that the spirit heritage in her and the mentality, I face her head on. None of this bullshit. It's me and her.
Head on
That's
and
it.
in exactly the right way. You know,
Yep.
none of this playing games, none of this terrorizing. No, just exactly the way we were meant to.
Like warriors.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
There you go, but
Yeah, it's one of those things where she digests it and just finally sits back a little bit. Just okay, because I mean, understood. This is between us, but she still just sits back after a moment, and it's honest marvel as she says, "You really are incredible. We know that."
why is that?
You have a very fine control of yourself. The things that you do, the things that you say, the things that you show.
I was a kinfolk before this.
You were. But still, especially with you being in a room, you really are incredible.
I am not some unchained dog, Maeve.
You're not.
I have my moments of weakness. Like anyone.
Like anyone.
But you are of the moon.
I really should check the fucking moon phase, if only for the sake of
Mm-hmm.
playing into it a bit.
But there's a hint, Maeve. You have Lunic spirit heritage. What does the Carols and Arun? You can imagine that they live on and die off moon cycles.
Mm-hmm.
And they are the ones that have the most effect off the moon cycles.
Oh wow, and of course it's that. Alright.
What moon phase is it?
It is a gibbous growing towards full. It is looks like it is just passing half moon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like not even at 60%, it's about 57, so it is just past half moon. But it's flushing up towards full.
Oh boy.
I mean, on the bright side, this is probably like the day after the half moon, and I give them day before and after, which should explain her being pretty balanced about it.
It's also something to do with your spirit heritage, why she feels comfortable talking to you, Missy.
No.
Your Lunic spirit heritage.
No.
If anyone would feel, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And you know what? I am just going to play into it that, especially having finally settled in, finally accepted, and being away from cities and whatnot now, where she can actually see and feel and be, it'll manifest more. So yeah, it's just she's currently in a state where this whole idea of like taking it very objectively and looking at it and moving it around and thinking about it and weighing it is pretty apt. I hope you don't think I say it to blow smoke. I've seen
No.
many Youngerins. You really are exceptional.
There are greater ruins than me.
There are. But if this is where you begin, I can only imagine how much more you'll grow into it and how much more incredible you'll be before all is said and done and you go home.
This is not. I did not seek to be the biggest like I told Sean.
What do you seek?
Justice, retribution, and the glory of achieving it. Not for pleasure, not for rage, for the glory of it being done. There are plenty of people who have suffered at the hands of these monsters. From what I hear, there are many who are dead. Crimes need to be answered for.
There's a nod.
Again, it's not the pleasure of vengeance. It's not the rush, the thrill, it's the glory of achieving it. The idea of going down and hunting down a big enemy, killing it, and bringing its head back to give to the people that it wronged. That glory of doing that.
Yeah. Oh, she does listen because those details make a difference. And again, is nodding, is taking it in, not questioning it. Just, oh, all right,
Imagine for Maeve, it's just whew. Do you know what I mean? Jesus, lady, you are.
It's intense, but she's a little Arun. She's gonna get big enough to do these things.
Mm-hmm.
Unless something incredibly terrible happens, she is going to be out doing it, and Maeve believes she will not shake on that particular goal ever.
Nope.
So it's like she's not some kid dreaming about, well, I want to do this, but maybe I'll do that. No, she knows exactly what she wants and she's going to get it. And she is eventually going to get up and she's going to be big enough to do exactly that.
Yeah, she's
and
not concerned about like being like, I want to be a big noble family, or I want to do this. I just want to go out there and I want to kill. You know what I mean?
I want to kill, and these are the things I want to kill the most. You know what?
It's a very rude answer. It's a very rude
Fucking
answer.
like
You know what I mean?
straight up gangsta nod at this point, because you know what? Good.
Yeah, it's the most rude answer you can get. Is I want to kill this. It's big, and this is the reason why, and that's what's happening. I will let you go. She kind of gives that like awkward like head rub, like I need a shower.
All right. I assume you've already had breakfast?
Yes.
All right. I'll be getting something to eat and then Maybe heading down
Do
towards
not-
the stables.
Don't tell her.
I said between us, and I meant it.
Just a nod.
Yeah, she nods back, like, I won't forget that is the deal.
Kara just walks by, heading towards the shower, like where the bathroom is.
Maybe we'll get up and handle her teacup and then go ahead and get herself put together. Probably eventually wade into one of the bathrooms and splash her face, get her hair fixed.
Going to a fire hall.
And go to get some breakfast and snoop around.
Well, Maeve, chat to Kara for a minute, so you missed the early morning rush. So you can get the late, just get in for breakfast. Cool. But Maeve, it's not just one silver pang.
Oh boy. Why I gotta do this to me? Hello, ladies. Hello. Little intense today.
Oh yeah, you see the two of them.
She does her rounds of nods, waves, etc. at whoever's around, them included. She won't make it any bigger or any weirder or any weirdly less. Just
they're sitting together. Some people are just milling out at this point. You maybe just managed to sneak in to get the last of the breakfast things.
Yep. Before it was all scavenged away, heh.
But you notice again, Fiona has more silvery hair, Kara has more goldeny. You know what I mean?
Oh boy.
Kara looks more Silverfang-esque. She's got one dot of higher purebred.
All right, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
What you doing?
I'm gonna go get my fucking plate before it also gets cleared. Just the scramble
Oh
for
yeah,
the last
like
bit.
I said, you can
And
get
then,
all your food. Don't worry.
And then she will probably, if these are the only two who are fixtures there, it won't look that weird for her to sit near the other people who are actually sitting.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, you get the impression they're sitting and chatting for a bit, while most people are like, "Oh shit, I gotta clear out." Oh, you know what I mean? But like Kate McCarthy's like, "Oh shit, babe. Oh, lucky. Oh." Do you know what I mean? Passes you the last of the scrambled egg.
So happy. The fucking appreciation she has for Kate McCarthy. That woman looks
Gives you the
after
wag,
her.
that fucking finger wag though. Like, don't be late. Oh.
I'm sorry, mouthing as she scrambles, gets her stuff, and probably honestly, and in passing, on her way to find a seat, we'll bypass the silver things so that she can in passing just pause for a word. Tray still in hand, and just to Fiona, we'll pause, wait a second for the conversation to stop, because she imagines it will when she gets into a certain amount of hearing range.
Oh yeah, they're talking in German to each other, and then when you get in range, they just turn to look over at you, both of them.
Yeah, it's just she'll pause a little inside Fiona and just say, "Can I catch up with you later?"
Of course.
There's the little nod of appreciation, a bob for Clara, and she will just go and find herself a place to eat.
Clara does a little finger wave, that. Hi. Hey. Hello.
Why is she delightful? Oh no.
Just this little hi. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Maeve will even do them the favor of making sure she gets far enough that she is out of immediate listening range. Not that it matters when they're talking in German, but
No, yeah. I mean, they're from Bloodfist, Maeve. They're going to talk in German
yeah.
to each other.
Essentially, we'll just make sure she's out of eavesdropping range. However, Brecky.
It is funny, Maeve. Clara, you know, and they're talking, you're eating, you every now and again, Clara does this little figure wave at you again. Every couple.
1 second. There's chaos happening. I really hope none of that was audible.
Ugh.
Hey, bud. Did any of that come through the sound?
I didn't hear shit.
Okay, good. Sometimes my mic betrays me.
Yep. Did I hear shit?
All right. Well, yeah. Maeve will probably shake her head the second time she realizes she's being waved at. Just like, oh god.
It's very subtle. It's just like, oh, hi. You never come from-
Oh, hi.
She has no idea what to do with it. That's the best part. I think
he
Clara,
eventually
of all
keep-
people, knows that she has no idea what to do with it.
Oh, yeah. Like, Fiona will look over at Clara just with that head tilt, and you see Clara just, like, put her hand down and just give that little fucking guilty look over at her sister. Like, what?
Fucking killing me, Smalls. It's beautiful.
Like you actually hear, like, can I wave hello to the McFionn sister? The royal family?
Oh, Clara's the troll we needed.
I'm a Silverfang. We're the royals. She's the royal family. It's part of the nobility, Fiona. Jeez.
Jeez. It's fucking great.
Yeah, Fiona will just eventually get up real casual and just start leaving.
Yeah.
Just left alone with Trollmaster 5000
Oh my god.
across the table.
Just down the way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just
Honestly.
you and Clara. No.
Hilariously, Maeve is going to assume that is, oh shit, that's the cue. Ah, fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, goes ahead and finishes her food up and goes ahead and it's one of those things where she's like, ah, shit. Well, I'm done eating now. Starts to get herself up. Toss glance
Yeah,
over at
Clara.
Clara. She will return the finger wave this time just because she doesn't know what else to do with her life.
Yep. You get the bye-bye. Clara has now successfully trolled Maeve. Successfully.
has.
But yes, where are you heading, Maeve butt?
Honestly, at least initially, is, all right, let me get rid of my tray, head up, not hurry out, just roll out.
All right, and where are you rolling that to?
Yeah, she'll give a glance to see if Fiona's headed any particular way, but
Fiona is heading, she's cutting through Dagda's forest, essentially. She's like, I'm just going to go through this way. Probably at the usual place, essentially.
Yep.
It's one of the ways you can take to it. You could just get a horse. You can, you got plenty of options, mate, but.
Yeah, fuck it, I'll head down to the stable and see if I have permission to go out for a ride.
All right, you head down to the stables. Daniel is there. Big Albert's there. And Halfdan is there. You see them all, doing their various shit.
The fucking crew. Fucking
The
squad.
boys. Squad, yep.
Yeah, fucking rolling down. Happy waves for all of them. Because, I mean, I don't know what state Halfdan's in, but he has been a delight in the past.
Halfdan just gives you the nod. He's just, lifting some hay bales in. And again, he's not as. I wouldn't say he's like depressed or anything. He's just not as jolly as he used to be.
Aww.
But like, he's still friendly. Like, he still say hello to you and all that. It's just, just nowhere near as joyous as he was.
Oh, Halfdan. Yeah, he gets the big wave. Albert gets the wave. They've always worked with Albert. She's not going to feel weird about giving him the hi wave.
Albert just looks over as takes a drink of water, just like tilting his head, like, "Oh, hello there, Maeve." You know what I mean?
You know what? Fuck it. She'll round up on Albert for just a minute real fast because it's fine. Just pops around like, I see you here all the time, but I don't think I've ever seen you ride.
Oh, have you? It's a shame. I'm very good at it.
Are you?
Oh yeah, I'm one of the best.
It's like the playfully skeptical look. Just because, let's face it, I don't think she's ever actually seen him on a horse.
Never seen him on a horse.
Yep. The playfully skeptical look.
Maeve, unfortunately, you're missing out.
Well, when do you ride?
I want to ride plenty.
There's a squint. Starting to catch on.
No, have some of her hay bale over.
And when do you ride horseback?
Oh, I ride plenty, Maeve. Whenever I'm finished riding everything else, usually. It's good for the hips and the thighs.
Just the awkward face. You're just gonna keep fuck.
He knows it freaks you out, that's why.
I know. You'd think eventually your hips would get tired.
Not when you have hips like mine.
Oh. I wasn't aware that there was such a difference of quality.
Well, you're aware now.
I am more aware than I ever needed to be. Just sage nod.
Gives a little grin, like,
God damn it, yep. The nod of like, yep. And now I can never unknow that you've boasted this. Right.
Are you okay?
Well, of course.
You normally don't come running up to me.
I like talking to you. I was the first one to run up to you.
You were? But you normally you're, usually these days you're wanting something off me.
Like there's that moment to think about it. Like, is that true? I thought we talked a good deal.
Oh, we do. I'm not saying we don't.
Without me wanting something from you? Maybe I just enjoy your fine company.
Maybe you do.
I definitely do. Like, there's no regret.
So I take it you'll be coming over to my pack house for visits?
There's just kind of the, oh.
If you enjoy my fine company.
I could. Is that an invitation?
If you want to come over.
Well, I do now.
Scarlett
Yeah, essentially, she's.
Scarlett will be very pleased.
Wait, Scarlett will be there?
Of course, she's
Like,
one of my. Of course, she's one of my kinfolk.
Oh,
Is that a problem?
no, that's fine. Far be it from me to tell you anything about your kinfolk.
Kind of just stares at her like it's that kind of look, like just eyebrow, like the eyebrow raises.
It's like, no, it's not a problem. haven't turned pink. You're like, oh, Scarlet will be there. And she's like, oh no. Oh God.
Scarlet's a very nice lady.
She does seem very nice. She's like, Tia. Oh no, can't do it. Nope. Just finally, like, mid-sentence drops it. Like she was gonna make a dirty joke. You could feel it in your bones, but nope, she couldn't do it. Fumbles it.
I wouldn't panic. You're very panicked.
I'm not panicked. I'm flustered. It's totally different.
What are you so flustered about?
I don't know. Like, they both know that was the lie.
I mean, I'll say this, maybe if you're wanting to pay a visit, you should definitely stop by. We could totally hang out. Got plenty of business to talk about.
Oh. Yeah, I'll swing by later.
I don't mind.
Cracks a grin.
Like I said, Scarlet would be very pleased. She loves when new people come over.
The fucking face she keeps making is amazing. I feel like it's the only reason he keeps bringing it up, really.
Yeah, pretty much. That's literally what he's doing. It's like, Scarlet May blushes. Oh, hello. Do you know what I mean?
Look, Scarlet did a thing, and Maeve turned fire engine red, and this is a much more subtle tone than that, but duh, the awkward face. How many of the people there were your kinfolk? Was finally the glance.
Some were my kinfolk, some were just very, very happy people.
They did seem pretty happy. Okay.
I mean, I'd be very happy.
You seemed less happy in the moment, but in a...
Well, that's considering that's because my date was ruined.
My dick was what?
My date. My date.
Okay.
Date.
Okay. Ah. Yeah, that could...
But if you were me, wouldn't you be annoyed?
Of course.
Then I wouldn't worry about it.
Nope, no worry here. Nope. Just Maeve tries to exit stage left, like, nope, not worried at all. See you later. Bye. Fuck.
It's just as you hear Albert, like, man, this is too easy.
It is. She can't help it, man. She be who she be, but she will head into the stable. Go hunting for Daniel.
You can see Daniel. He is there, leaning up against one of the fence posts just after probably coming out, feeding the horse, throwing on his jacket.
Yeah, just wave him down. Daniel.
Yes.
Oh, how you doing?
I'm fine. Yeah, it gives a stretch.
I was curious. Are we allowed to ride offset?
Where are you going?
Just out to the cliffs. Nothing crazy or fast.
When you say out to the cliffs, the fucking look he gives you. You know what I mean?
Well, aren't they right outside the fucking gate, essentially?
I mean, get that right outside the gate, down the way. It's just when you go to the cliffs after all the trouble we've been having at the do you know what I mean? Basically, Daniel makes a nudging noise. Do you know what I mean?
Puts up the hands, not far, not out where it's not safe. Just out.
Where is that, Maeve? I need to know exactly. Can you give me a ballpark range? Because I can't just go out to the cliff somewhere.
Well, no further than O'Brien's Tower.
All right. Be back by sundown.
Mhm.
Take one of the ponies.
Okay.
Be back by sundown. Kind of gives you it's the stern little.
Oh,
Otherwise, I will get in a lot of trouble.
I will absolutely be back before sundown. I don't want to be out there after sundown.
Good. Take one of the ponies.
Okay.
Just give her a pat. Yeah, it's like, just be back by sundown. Point. Yeah, it's just that.
Give him the squeeze and then, because it's Daniel and she adores him. Give him the thank you squeeze and then scamper off. Go tack up one of the ponies.
Yeah. One of the little Shetland ponies does not mind being taken out.
Shetland ponies are so small.
Yep.
She really taking a Shetland pony?
Yeah. He said that's what they have, Shetland ponies. They're quite common around Galway. He's not going to let you take out the big stallion horses, Maeve.
Well, no, but Shetland ponies are so small.
No, it's probably not a Shetland pony initially. You realize
Shetland pony, like children ride Shetland ponies. Because they're so tiny.
It's like, God damn it, Daniel.
You know what? He said one of the ponies. He did not say a Shetland pony. There is no way she's going to try to tack up something that a 10-year-old should be riding.
That'd be the greatest prank he's ever done.
No, she won't do it. No. No, pony goes up to a pretty decent size. And pony makes sense because they tend to be a little more sure-footed. So.
Mm-hmm. But no, you take a pony.
She takes a pony. Yeah, goes finds one of the mellow ass ones they've used for like the kids' classes. Essentially, something that's like that. There's no wild blood in this thing. He's just happy.
Oh yeah, you meet old Scrippy.
Where the fuck is my phone? It's making noises.
Old Scrippy doesn't give a fuck about anything.
Old Scrippy
Just
gives nay
feed-
fuck.
Just feed him another carrot. Old Scrippy doesn't give a fuck.
All right, old Scrippy it is. She and old Scrippy go moseying out. Not even like the lively run, just kind of moseying out. Maybe trotting max.
Yeah. He's like, and you start to pick up pace, like, whoa, what? You know what I mean? Well, Scrippy does not like, you go at a slow, delicate pace, Maeve.
Scrippy is all about the journey, not about the destination.
Exactly.
No,
Old
that's fine.
Scrippy arrives. Old Scrippy is neither late nor is he early. He arrives exactly when he means to, Katie.
Oh boy. It's okay.
So, yeah.
It is still a lot easier on her than trying to run out there on foot. So fuck it. It's probably faster too.
You will find little Miss Von Premont sitting out by the cliff, by the kind of countryside area overlooking Brook's Rest.
Yeah, she'll mosey that away. Eventually hop down off the pony. Lead him the last bit and probably just keep a hand on the reins. It's not like there's any convenient trees around, but she'll let him.
He just fucking eats the grass and doesn't give a shit.
Yep.
Like, well, what's that? Leans down. Nom, 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 nom.
What's that? I mean? We're not actively riding. Time to eat.
Yep.
Yeah. To come over, plunk down.
Hello.
I did get word on the person we're looking for. Yeah. What? Oh God. Jesus.
And?
Spotted him in Galway City. Close to the road that leaves us out. Maybe.
The box, Maeve. That's where he's out in the city.
Well, it was originally spotted. It's
Hmm.
well, I'm reading what it says literally out of the thing. Okay, then I will correct. Out in the Moycullen bogs, like 5 miles from Sapt. Walking alone.
All right.
He vanished into the boglands, but she will go rifling through her bag because she did get an outline, an impression. So she did kind of scribble it to the best of her ability, and I mean it's a silhouette, but it's something. So she'll essentially like go opening one of her notebooks and then unfold a piece of paper she had stuffed in there that has that on it. So that
He
she can
looks
just
down at it. She looks down at it.
send some spirits out looking. One of them didn't come back.
They haven't come back.
One of them followed him in, didn't come back. I'm not worried about it saying anything. But
You're not worried about it?
She kind of gives that kind of like inquisitive, like, huh? Do you know what I mean?
I mean, I'm certain it's cycled, but I'm not worried about it saying anything, no.
You're sure?
She nods her head. To her credit, she looks very confident on the matter.
Yeah, Fiona just nods when she sees the confidence read off you. She's like, all right, that's fine. Good.
But it does mean he is watching the Umbra.
He's watching the Umbra. Of course he's watching the Umbra. And he's picked a bogland to hide in, which means it will be very difficult to find him.
I'm
The
fairly
question
sure he got
is,
snatched.
you normally don't wait out in a bog.
Sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
The
No,
one
go
that
ahead.
disappeared. It got snatched out of the air, probably by a larger predatory bird. Yeah, because I glanced at like you and I know what that probably was, but that is factually what I heard.
Just a nod again. Makes sense.
And the spirits didn't see anyone else that they recognized going into the bar. So if anyone's met him out there, it's not someone from South.
Or he's waiting.
It's not.
We have a month till Beltane, Maeve. We need to get him before that.
Oof.
She like turns Maeve's head towards her very seriously.
No, she's
Imagine what he's capable of at Beltane.
yeah. It's one of those things where like you've now put this idea in her head, and it takes a second to settle in there. But as soon as that seed catches, it's just the kind of dread.
So, before we even step foot in the bog, we need to know what other things he's laid plan to. There has to be a connection.
I haven't really been able to get away to find out more about the pendant, but I will.
Take your time with the fetish. These things take time.
It's that whole thing of like, but we're running out of time, and
She leans down and just gives Maeve like it's odd for Fiona to be some way comforting. And she just rubs Maeve's cheek.
You're not going to be working on it for a month. But you and I both know the price of rushing.
You do. I won't.
So don't rush.
I won't. Just to check, does Gwei here still have them like periodically checking to see if he comes back out of the bog?
Yes, but not as regularly as she had them looking for him.
Yeah. Okay. I do have spirits keeping an eye. It won't be as thorough a search as when they were looking for him to start with, but we might know if he leaves the bog. Then again, he might slip between them. Especially after catching one.
You'll be very careful. Right now, you need to find out what exactly he's looking for or waiting for. I did hear a rumor.
Turns to glance.
Apparently, he has, if my suspicions are correct, he has an agent here. More than one, supposedly, but for certain one.
Maybe more than one? Just the whole.
Possibly, she says, kind of emphasizes possibly,
No.
if given time.
How do you pick out a person like that, though? Or tempt them into showing themselves without ruining the whole thing?
Well, you have to first figure out. You have to find a trail. You have to find a secret. You have to start learning about people who would have the most to gain from the Macnesses being replaced as the leaderships of the Sept. Someone, and with somebody who would more agree with a pro-aggression. Fianna supporting, from what I can tell, supporting whatever's backing New York.
Yeah, there's some thoughtful lip chewing because, I mean, obviously there are people who would benefit if someone else took reins, but it's not like she knows what they would want with the Silver Fangs, really.
And let me put this into perspective for you, Maeve. The obvious is the noble families. Yes, of course. But which one? The MacTaig, certainly. The McCarthys. The McNamara. Hell.
They've been the most aggressive, though.
They have been, but the MacTaig are honorable. They value honor. The point I'm saying, it could be anyone. And also, there's another group of people that we have been overlooking.
It's a glance.
The rebellion in New York began because Ophelia Campbell, or if she is even Ophelia Campbell, has risen amongst the Bonars, the lowest of the low. Who's the lowest of the low here as a people, Maeve? Who has suffered a great injustice against them?
The travelers, I suppose.
Begin looking there, too.
Okay.
Use whatever spirits you can. My recommendation are squirrels. They're quite devious.
There's a bobble of the head, like, oh, well, okay.
They love secrets.
And actually, that's a good question. Where have the traveler kin been staying without the caravan park?
The traveler can have been predominantly. Let me just get my set locations out. They have been a pretty. They've been either located to bordering O'Brien's Tower. Do you know what I mean?
Oh,
Or, or if they're lucky, taking out some of the fields near in between the Farmer's Path and the Barrow Glen.
so some on Sept and some over by the tower.
Yeah, because there was too many.
Yeah, there's a glance off in the direction of the tower, just like, huh.
Puts them very much at risk, doesn't it? I know for a fact that the decision was not Nessa's.
Glance.
Nessa proposed a stronger reinforcement, get them closer to the Sept walls. People have counteracted it. Master of Challenges proposed perhaps having such a large clump of people made a valuable target. All very good ideas. But it was very, very interesting.
Who else voted to move them besides him?
Master of Challenges, the Tailsinger voted along with Nessa. Truecatcher remained neutral as he was investigating the murder. He did not participate in the Privy Council. The Right Master, for merely the case of that there are so many protectorate wards that she can place in terms of her practicality. She gives that kind of shrug, like, it makes sense for a Theurge, you know what I mean? Like, there's only so much, the Right Master's like, listen, there's only so much I can fucking do, man. She's barely out of action.
Wouldn't you have suggested keeping them there because it's harder to protect them at a distance?
Yes, that's what you mean.
Okay.
In terms of like, it basically Tailsinger and Right Master voted with Nessa's proposal. Master of Challenges, Truecatcher abstained. Where is he now? Sulag, Keeper of the Land, said split them apart because there's not enough space. And he's the Keeper of the Land, man. Do you know what I mean? That's a pretty heavy weight.
You know, I'm surprised that it was the Master Challenges, though.
Mm-hmm. And where are we now? And the Denfather agreed with Sulag. Denfather was there as well, since he's one of the oldest figures on set. So it was the three-way tie. With the warder coming to the final decision, he proposed they'll split them for now on a trial basis to see how it is. And if it doesn't work, they will move them back to more closer convening on Sept.
Has anyone been out visiting them since they got split that far?
Oh, of course. Of course they have.
Is anyone distinctly not?
I mean, it depends. A lot of resources have been allocated. She kind of gives that spread. Children of the Oak make it out there when they can. I've seen Albert's taken my pack, has taken an interest. I've seen the Primal out there one or two times. The Wild Lords have been busy handling a lot of the remnant business, along with Insecta and Amalia have been in the city. And the Wild Lords have been trying to mainly keep as much of the kinfolk on Sept secure and calm. And she gives that kind of like, they have a lot of Traveler Guru in there, so you can imagine they're probably at the forefront. But in Cirque d'Animalia, Weird of the Forest, I haven't seen your pack, but then again, you've been so busy.
Yeah, some bobble. I should make a trip out. Especially while I'm already out here.
It's not more that it's just one pack, you just don't see people, if you get what I mean.
Just a glance.
Certain people you always see out there talking.
Who have you seen?
Him and Quinn, Delaney, makes sense, they're travelers. I've seen members of Behind Enemy Lines, Vera Schillig. I mean, they have an arrangement. The oddest one was Oleg Schillig, Vera's father.
I didn't blink on that one. Like, wait.
He's been going out there. I've been hearing he has some very considerate concerns of the judgment from a kinfolk perspective. He is a doctor. But I've seen him there more than once.
Huh. Did he ever spend time with them before?
Not to my knowledge, no.
Yeah, there's just kind of the like, huh. And you know what? Just for just out of more curiosity than like paranoia, she'll pull out our little mirror and just do a glance around because
Wind.
a lot of ways.
So much fucking wind. So much wind.
Oh, yeah, it's one of those things where it's the quick glance and then are there even any trees nearby?
No, God, no.
So yeah, there's just a glance up to see if there are any
Lots of
larger
rock.
silhouettes.
Lots of rock spirits.
Oh yeah, the
Fuck
earth out
tons of
here
them.
is super awake.
No, there's no creepy silhouette watching you. Lots of wind, though. Lots of wind. Just, oh my God, as it fly by.
Her hair is a fucking mess.
But no, there's no creepy silhouette. Besides,
Yeah.
it's the middle of the day.
Look, she's curious. Again, not especially concerned, just curious. Because it's not that she thinks anything will be watching her per se, but something could be watching Fiona. So, she takes a glance, doesn't see anything of
there's no-
particular interest.
You don't see anything watching you. With Fiona, no. You might. You can give me an alertness roll.
I will give you an alertness roll. Oh my god. Where is my mouse? There it is. Tree.
You will spot a squirrel.
One whole squirrel.
Poke it in its head up like, whoa. From the distance, sticks its head up. Whoa.
Boing.
Choo choo, choo choo.
You mentioned squirrels before.
Mm-hmm. Paul's idea.
Oh.
He said that if I wanted to gather secrets, you need a theurge to talk to the squirrels.
Oof. I hear they are incorrigible gossips.
It's not. Perhaps you could send them out that way. When you have time.
Oh.
Well, is that everything?
Has Paul set one to watch you?
Not.
Okay. Maybe she just clicks the mirror shut, like, alright, good.
I told him to. So I can replay to me everything that everybody says to me.
It's just a glance of like, oh. Or around you?
Hmm?
Or around you?
Exactly. You should do it too. You'd be surprised what people say.
So like half second, I'm like, oh no, what if I don't like it though? I mean, it's one of those things where it's like, it's obviously a good idea. It's just like, oh. I think I will.
Not lol.
How to start a bond off there. That should be.
Just tell him a secret. Or some very rich gossip that nobody else knows.
A bit of a lip chew, like, okay. Alright. I'll keep it in mind. And I will have a talk with them. But I suppose while I'm out, I did say I might go as far as O'Brien's tower. It wouldn't be a bad thing.
Why would you want to go there?
I like the tower.
She just looks over. Why are you going there?
There's like a moment of like, I feel like there's an answer I'm supposed to have.
She means that people who go to O'Brien's tower usually are going for meetings.
I suppose so.
And who are you meeting?
I didn't go for a meeting the first time I went there. I just it's a very fascinating place.
Well,
She gives a shrug.
go on then.
At most, I'd be meeting with the kin there. I haven't visited them ever since it happened.
Don't start appearing all of a sudden, Maeve. Wait. Learn the schedule of when the people you suspect are going and then go.
Yeah, there's that moment of like, when I thought I was doing good. Damn it.
Maybe talk to the kin on Sept about getting an invitation. She gives that
It's just the, oh, yeah, she catches on. It's like, oh, makes sense. It's kind of their fucking turf at this point. Oh. That does make sense.
hospitality, Miss MacFionn.
Yeah, there's the
Do you speak
sheepish
it?
look.
Gives her hair a ruffle.
There's a grin. You know, of all the places to let your hair down, I didn't think the clips would be where you did it.
Nobody would believe you.
No, not for a second.
Maybe I like my hair in the wind.
I very much hope you do, because it's going to be in it with whether you like it or not. As she says, as both of their hair is like fucking flying around.
MacFionn doesn't seem to mind it.
Oh no, it's not something Maeve especially minds. It's just, it's interesting to see her go from always having it kind of tucked up, like efficient style to having it down and especially having it wind tossed. That is the opposite of composure.
Mm-hmm. She's in the pack of Typhoon, though. She likes that storm energy. So, besides, you should see me when it's raining or there's lightning.
What happens when it's raining or there's lightning?
Well, my totem demands that I communicate with it.
Oh. There's fucking wiggle.
So you can't exactly be all neat and delicate in communicating to a storm, now can you?
No, you can't.
Use that little the most silver fang like ah. Well then, is there anything else you need from me, Maeve?
No, that's all I've got for now. Though it
Good.
is nice to talk to you, even if we have to be super sneaky. Yeah. Cracks a smile.
Everybody does love coming to talk to me lately.
The puzzled glance.
Well, considering people are now, well, I'm sure you've heard the rumors.
Okay, for a second I thought you snuck a rumor in on me. I was gonna be like, God damn it.
Nope.
Yeah.
Makes the announcements very interesting, doesn't it?
Give me a second. Okay, back.
Ugh. But yeah, she'll just say, It's a very interesting time.
Have any of the dogs gotten weird?
Not yet. But it's nothing for you to worry about, Lady MacFionn. You just need to keep your eye on the ball. You boot Maeve's nose.
I can keep my eye on the ball. I just
Well,
worry about you too.
perhaps we can talk in more of private terms when we're not standing in the blowing wind.
Albert invited me over. He kind of quirks a side grin.
Glances, you're going to Albert.
I stopped to talk to him, and I think he only invited me over to tease me. I thought I might show up out of spite.
Oh, good luck.
She pats Maeve's shoulder.
You can see the immediate, like, wait, what? What? You know something.
Fiona!
Fiona! It's all on her face, like the wait, what? No, what? And she gets the shoulder pat, and I imagine Fiona's getting up like, good luck, fucker.
Yep, pretty much.
Wait.
Bye.
What? But Fiona!
Fiona!
Fiona! What?
Glances over her shoulder. When you have time, just make sure you're not seen in public if you want to come visit me in private. Just remember, can't going around telling everybody we're friends, can we?
Little head
Not
shake.
yet, at least.
Not yet, she
Oh,
says.
any-
Oh.
Yeah, she just went, not yet, at least, and she starts turning to walk.
Oh. Maeve trying to do fucking politics calculations. Her calculator isn't big enough.
The calculator explodes.
It does.
Yes, would you like to end it there, but now we'll finish it off tomorrow, because I'm sleepy.
Yeah, it's one of those, well, she
Nothing
could be.
doing.
I guess we're going back. And yeah, she'll get up and
Yeah.
close it there.
Old Scribs is just like, yeah, we're goddamn right we are. Starts trotting.
So, trots so much faster back to the stable than he left it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let me close it.
Exactly.